So, I came across this little butte on Yahoo homepage, where the news are, and it's about Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian, their relationship getting serious. And, Travis Barker is a great drummer, great musician, obviously successful. He's getting older now, and I don't follow him that much. But I found out through this article, this little video clip that we're going to look at and poke fun at it a little bit. But before we do, let's talk. Travis Barker, great drummer, successful, and turns out I find out that he was married and he has, I think, about 3 kids from his previous marriage. And it turns out that Kourtney Kardashian also has kids from a previous marriage or fun. And they just discovered each other. And now their relationship's getting serious and they seem to really love each other. And then at the end of this clip, you're going to see Travis, buddy, right? He's on some show. He's being interviewed by, I keep forgetting her name, but we'll come back to it. And he's just simping out, man. Come on, bro. And he's talking about how Kourtney understands because she has children and he has children. I'm sure she does understand, what it's like to be a single parent. Okay, so they got that, but please, this is so fake. This is so fake. I'm going to tell you what this is in a minute. But there was a YouTuber, forgot his name, but he said something really interesting one time about, I believe it was Kanye West, when Kanye West was hooking up with Kim Kardashian. And he said he didn't understand why Kanye West, one of the most successful artists of the generation, would marry a nasty woman that's already been with plenty of men, and meaning Kim Kardashian. Kanye West could go to any mall anywhere in the United States, and good chance that he would find a young, very attractive woman to be his wife, who hasn't had a lot of men, and maybe even a virgin, and he could wife her up. Because with all his money and all his stardom, he could get, his pick of women. And, parents would push their girls onto Kanye West, right? Because they would be in the money. So why the heck did Kanye West hook up with nasty Kim Kardashian? And then the answer came to him, and he said, he learned later, it's because they're all in the same club. They've all these entertainers, all these entertainment industry types, they all get initiated into the same club. They all do the nasty rituals, right? Because as I've said before, if you want to make it to that status as an entertainer and be on TV and be, in the public eye, they have to know that they can control you. You are a controlled, what they call MK Ultra programmed person. And, there is, Travis Barker is no exception. So I had the same question. Why the heck would Travis Barker, with all his money and success, okay, so he's a single, he already had a previous marriage, but it doesn't matter. He could go to any town, USA, and find a young woman that doesn't have kids to be his wife. With all his money and success, there's no doubt. So why the heck did he pick Kourtney Kardashian? And that's because they're in the same club, right? It's pretty well known among those of us in LA that the Kardashians is they're a coven. They're a witch's coven, right? And I'm sure Travis Barker has been initiated into certain things similar to a witch's coven, right? And it also is probable that this is all fake. They're just, the powers that be put Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian together for this little piece that I'm about to show, and we're going to look at it. And why would they put people together for this piece? Why would they do this? Why would they have Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker seem to get together? Because they want to push this fantasy world onto especially young women and young guys too, that, oh, you can have, get married, have kids, a bunch of kids with somebody, divorce them because you don't want to deal with them anymore, and then there's another person at the end of the rainbow there waiting for you, and everything's going to be beautiful, and you're going to have a happy Brady Bunch family, right? It doesn't work that way. No. Ladies, once you have children, that's your desirability with men drops way down. There's not very, very slim chance that a man's going to wife you up after that. So pick your husband carefully, and pick the women, the man that you decide to bear his seed. It should be the man that you're going to be dedicated to stay with for the rest of your life. Right? And again, I firmly believe that the powers that be are pushing dysfunctionality and fantasy worlds on people because we're easier to control when we live in fantasy worlds and are constantly chasing after these dreams that will never be realized. Okay? We got to unplug ourselves from this entertainment fantasy world. You can still listen to the music, you can still play the games, you can still watch the movies, but do not buy into this crap that they're pushing on us. It's a lie, it's a fantasy world, and no disrespect to Travis Barker or even Kourtney Kardashian, they could be just doing this because they have to. It's in their contract, maybe. They have to play this game where they're just, they're going to get married and they're so in love, right? Shout out to Kevin Samuels. He's exposing this, right? Love is for teenagers, You get married you get married to a man that you're going to respect and a woman that you're going to respect, and then you start a family, and that respect turns into love, And I mean, believe me, I was fooled by the entertainment industry too. This was bad back when I was a teenager, but it's a lot worse now. It's so pervasive. Okay, so so let's look at the clip and fair use, and then we'll have a little fun with it. All right.
Heating up between Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker.
I love it.
What do you love, Kourtney? You notice how stupid they think we are, people? They just throw in that clip that she says, "I love it," and that could have been anything. I love when they do that. It's so, ugh. All right, moving on.
A source tells ET that the two have gotten way more serious, adding, quote, "This is the happiest Kourtney has been in a while, and her family is thrilled for her." Kourtney and Travis.
See that boy in the left there next to Travis with his tongue sticking out? I know some of you are you're gonna think I'm a little bit out there by saying this, but that's a sign of demonic, either possession or oppression, right? That tongue sticking out thing.
His kids get along great and all have the best time together. The source says that Kourt's been trying to keep the relationship as private as she can on social media.
Yeah, and if you believe that, you need to give me a call. I got quite a few bridges, including the Golden Gate Bridge that I can sell you for cheap.
But they're both super into each other and cute together.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another random thank you. How are we that dumb? I mean, people have to see that, right? That those are just random thank yous. Man, ugh. If I was, man, I'd love to just, if I could just karate chop her one time in the throat. Cut off that thank you. Oh, quick disclaimer. I don't advocate violence towards women. Or violence, period, unless it's self-defense. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
And while they may be trying to keep their love private, the new couple recently traveled to the Deer Valley Resort in Park City, Utah on a skiing vacation with their kids, and the Blink-182 drummer shared several pics and clips from the trip with his lady. Yeah, don't blink or you just might miss Travis.
That's his lady. Hey, lady. I don't know. That looks like a young girl. I don't even know what this is a picture of. What are they doing? What are they doing? I don't know.
Travis and Kourtney cuddling next to the fire pit.
Oh, man, wouldn't that be sweet if they just ate it right there? Just a face full of snow.
And that's the couple riding down the slopes on a sled. The caption, real
is rare. That's what Travis is telling us. I don't think he's referring to this relationship that he allegedly has with Kourtney Kardashian. I think he's really trying to tell us, hey, this whole story is not real. Right? So many things are not real. We're living in a fantasy world where, the lies are so deep. I think that's what he's really trying to say. Thank you, Travis.
is rare. Travis also shared this group shot with Kourt, his two kids, 17-year-old Landon and 15-year-old Alabama, who he shares with his ex, Shayna Moakler, and Atiana De La Hoya, Shayna's 22-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. And if all that wasn't cute enough, the fam had some fun doing TikTok's Pass the Phone challenge.
Oh, Lord.
Passing the phone to somebody who can't get acrylic.
I'm passing the phone to somebody that doesn't let me do anything.
Wait, I'm passing the phone to my boyfriend.
Yeah, Kourt referred to Travis as her boyfriend for the first time since they were linked back in January.
Kourtney's got a boyfriend. Kourtney's got a boyfriend. Ooh, I wonder if they made it to first base yet.
And after their getaway, they spent some quality time with the Kardashian Jenners for Easter.
Oh my gosh, I just woke up on this Easter Sunday and came into the kitchen, and my mom treats Easter like it's Christmas.
Easter, by the way, is the ancient Babylonian worship of Ishtar, Esther, Semiramis. Has nothing to do with Christ. We'll get into that another time.
You guys have no idea.
The family.
Yikes. The queen bee of the hive. Oof. I wouldn't want to be her drone.
Famous momager Kris Jenner gifted her 6 kiddos with matching golf clubs and shared that Travis was already putting them to use on the course with Corey Gamble, Tristan Thompson, and Travis Scott.
These men don't look like they're... I don't know, especially this last guy. They look like they're on drugs or quite possibly under some sort of spell.
Travis opened up about his relationship with Kourt during an appearance on the Drew Barrymore show in March and said their love comes naturally since they're both parents.
I would, like date girls that didn't have kids, and I find it kind of hard because I think they would have trouble understanding, like, well, why?
Oh, yes, I understand completely, Travis. Ugh. Drew Barrymore. She got a show? Ah, I don't want to be a guest on that thing.
Why don't you want to go to dinner every night with me? Or why don't you want to see me every night? And now I'm, spending time with a woman who's like a great mom, who's like a great friend. And you don't have to worry about any of those things. It just comes natural.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another wonderful production by ET Online, or ET Entertainment News, whatever that thing is. Oh my goodness. Again, Travis is such a great drummer and great musician. It drives me crazy that he's doing this. And he's a man. He should be keeping his affairs private. Just let his music do the talking. I really think that he's a compromised individual, and he has to do this stuff. He has to get out there and be under the spell of the Kardashians and do this whole thing. For what purpose? I think, like I said before, just to increase the fantasy world that more and more Americans in the Western world in general are in, and just keep us dysfunctional. And anyway, I thought I'd have a little fun with this one. Any comments? Leave them below. If you enjoyed this, if you got a laugh out of it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you ever feel like donating, my PayPal information is down below. I'll probably have some other ways to donate in the future. As always, this is your humble servant, Mr. Smith, and we'll see you next time.